Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And a lot of people have been asking me what is going to happen to XRP and specifically the XRP price on August 31st. And guys, even though we cannot know for sure, I'm going to tell you everything that we know and everything that I think you should know about that day. And obviously, there's just a ton of other info in this video, so stick around, it is going to be worth it. And guys, on the 31st, there's going to be a Ripple v SEC hearing. And I definitely recommend you guys to subscribe to the channel right now with the notification bell on so you don't miss out on that and don't miss out on anything else for that matter too. Because the next couple of weeks are going to be the most important. All right, the closer we get to the end, I guess that's logical though, right? The closer we get to the end, the more important it's going to get. Or the longer the lawsuit takes, the more, I guess, closer you are to the end, so the more important. It's kind of a triangle. But yeah, right now is a critical week because a ton of decisions have to be made over the next 4 days or so. So once more, guys, subscribe. It is worth it. And in the comment section down below, I want to actually know, what year did you find my channel? Or a little bit more specific if you want to, when did you find my channel and how long have you been here? We've been doing this in 2017, somewhere in the middle. So, yeah, it's pretty cool to sometimes see in the comment section that people have been here for 3 years, 4 years. That is insane to me. It really is crazy. All right. SEC v. Ripple, lawsuit scheduled for August 31st. Will the price be affected? Now, this is something which I've covered so ridiculously many times throughout my time here on YouTube, where we talk every time that a hearing date comes and talk about the price. And generally speaking, we've done the research, we've done the groundwork. The price does move quite significantly on that day, but guys, and this is really key and really important, it will only move according to the lawsuit news itself if there's anything that's contradictory or extremely important for that matter. And what I mean with that is that the chance of the XRP price moving because of a decision in this lawsuit is rather small. It is only if Ripple makes a major win or the judge is all of a sudden really pro XRP or something along those lines that there's a good chance that the price is going to go up on the 31st. What I mean with that is right now there's a motion pending. The motion to compel the SEC documents. However, there's actually a multitude of those, as there's right now also a motion about the deliberative process privilege that the SEC has used. These are two different things. The lawsuit hearing is going to be about the deliberative process privilege, which basically means the SEC has information on Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP internal policy that they have to hand over to the Ripple or the public basically, but they didn't want to because they say it's privileged. The second one is the most recent motion to compel, and that one is mostly about what the SEC internal policies were on trading XRP or Bitcoin or Ether and buying it basically for SEC members themselves. There's two different things. However, I think all those things will be taken into account at court. And here's actually a new schedule that's just been made. On the 31st, we have the telephonic conference at 12 p.m. EST. And once more, guys, this is going to be live streamed on my channel. And there's a good chance that there's going to be like 5, maybe 10,000 people here at some point or another. And I'm going to start maybe at like 10 a.m. or something like that, maybe 11, just kind of spot around what the market is doing in anticipation. So be here early. It's going to be the biggest event in the XP community for the whole month of August, most likely. Now, the telephonic hearing is going to be to discuss the Ripple defendants' pending motion to compel the SEC to produce certain documents it designated as privileged under the deliberative process privilege and under privileges and other ones. No call-in details have been released yet. Stay tuned. And that's actually kind of a scary thing because I'm assuming they're doing that on purpose, not releasing this call-in stuff too much up front. But it also kind of scares me like, why haven't they shared it just quite yet? Why so late? Why wait? And I also sometimes wonder how many people will be able to be calling in. The last couple of times it's been like 4,000 or 5,000. And guys, if you can call in, do it yourself is going to be the most beneficial. But for all of you that cannot call into a hearing like this yourself, I'm going to try to make you able to listen to it too. All right, so that's what I usually try to do over in the live stream. It takes a lot of effort, and I always get scared when doing it, but it's a lot of fun too. Now, then at the same time, at the end of the day, the discovery deadline is going to be met, except that the parties may conduct the depositions of Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson after the close of August 31st, fact discovery deadline. The party's motion indicates that one deposition will be conducted on September 14th and the other deposition on September 20th. It appears Brad will be first and then Chris Larson. A little bit later is September 3rd. The SEC responds to the Ripple defendant's motion to compel the SEC to produce pre-clearance trading documents showing whether SEC employees were permitted to trade XRP and other digital assets as due. And then November 12th, the expert discovery deadline. Now, two things to say. One, this September 3rd date, I think, is very far into the future. So that is the date when the SEC can give their response to this most recent letter from Ripple about the SEC internal trading policies. Yet, I think that the SEC wants to get this information out to the judge before the telephonic conference because there's a good chance that they want to kind of cluster things together when talking about the SEC holding information back, right? They most likely want to keep talking about relevance and keep talking about deliberative process privilege, and so it will be in their best benefit to get that all sorted in this telephonic conference. At least that is what I would expect, since Ripple is most likely going to be hammering on it, and the judge, most likely, if the SEC doesn't respond quickly, will not have seen a response from the SEC, and so it'll be a little bit of a clustered, a little bit clouded. It wouldn't be too beautiful. However, I do think that Ripple will kind of go and use a lot of the information from the SEC's most recent documents, which can kind of encompass this current situation if they don't respond. It could basically just be in everybody's best interest if they were to respond quickly, because it will most likely be talked about in this most recent hearing. It's my own expectation. Now, that is all what I said just now, mostly on the basis that on this August 31st hearing, quite a lot of things can be decided. And guys, I'm talking about quite a lot of things. First of all, this one specific issue or motion will be the key to a lot of other motions down the pipeline. All of these things are waiting for the decision that's going to be made in a couple of days from now. What they have to win, however, with the decision itself, Ripple, is whether or not they'll ever get information about the legal status of XRP, Bitcoin, and Ether, and the history of that. William Hinman's full speech, just kind of usable to some degree, because right now we don't exactly know what stuff is privileged and what stuff isn't. We just know that we haven't seen everything, but we don't know exactly what Ripple can and cannot use just quite yet. But at that point, that's basically what they're fighting about. More of those things like the William Hinman speech, and that list can kind of go on. All these SEC internal docs and all these SEC internal memos and whatnot, the judge already ordered twice that they have to hand them over, yet the SEC has refused to do so. This could be something that's going to shift in the judge's head, where it's like, so I ordered it twice that you didn't give it over because you said it's privileged, but I already ordered it, so what's this, right? That could be a really fat loss for the SEC or a big win for Ripple, which I'm waiting for. And so that could definitely spike the price a little bit, as if the judge is really excited about Ripple is going to really crack down the SEC, some people might buy in anticipation, which is something you should understand. Now, let's see what we're also waiting for. The SEC's motion to compel Ripple to search and produce certain Slack communications. Ripple's defendants pending motion to compel the SEC to produce certain documents it designated as privileged under the deliberative process privilege and other ones. The motion by John Deaton to intervene, the SEC's motion to strike Ripple's lack of due process and fair notice defense, and the individual defendant's motion to dismiss the SEC's First Amendment complaint. Now, this last part, for example, the motion to dismiss, can actually all be literally dismissed or over, depending on the outcome of this September 3rd document. Because as it currently stands, Ripple has found so much info that the SEC has shown some really fishy stuff that for the SEC to now prove that defendants Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson were reckless or kind of aiding and abetting Ripple in committing all these crimes, sort of, right, is going to be extremely difficult. And so I firmly think that this motion to dismiss might pull through, or at least the individual defendants are not going to be in too much trouble because of all the recent information. And then again, that depends on the SEC's defense to all of it, which we'll still see. But that is that. The motion to strike will depend on what we're going to see out of all the prior things. Motion to intervene is going to depend on what is privileged and what is not, and exactly what the case is against. Because right now, also one confusing thing is what exactly is the SEC suing Ripple for? Not that many people actually know. Now, Tom Emmer just came out to say crypto investors deserve a competitive, innovation-driven regulatory framework, and that's something which I sometimes do think about still too. The fact that right now, The CFTC doing a pretty okay job, right? I mean, we can't really complain. FinCEN just doing their normal job, doing fine. It's only the SEC which is doing bad, and I guess the infrastructure bill / the senators are doing kind of bad. What I mean with that is literally right now, crypto is being screwed in the A, right? The A-hole right now over in the United States. It's not good. It's not beautiful. It's really completely brown. It's not looking good, all right? They put a couple of fingers in. It isn't looking good, and they're not taking it out just quite. They're letting it kind of soothe in there, taking a bath. It's ugly, all right? Take it from me. It's ugly right now. And I do wonder how it's going to change, because all these senators, all these representatives, all these guys over in the House keep talking about how they want to change, they want to make it better, want to make blah, blah, blah. Yet, where's the results, right? Where are these guys stepping up against the SEC, giving them the middle finger? Where is it? Now, one thing I also noticed is that a lot of people have actually turned their backs on hating on XRP. What I mean with that is a lot of people who used to always not be that positive on XRP or not talk about it at all have suddenly turned bullish. Why? Well, I firmly believe that right now, as we're getting closer and closer to a settlement, these guys know that XRP has tremendous potential to become a unicorn, basically. Just a skyrocket launched whatever crypto. It's going to be amazing, at least in my opinion. Don Alt posted, been rebuying my XP bags, managed to get in more than 10% cheaper than where I sold last, which is pretty nice. Didn't quite dip as low as I'd hoped, but I'm willing to give it one last chance to moon. Close below 2270 sats this week, and I'll get out and wait for better days, but it's going to be interesting. A lot of people have been really bullish on XP recently. He's actually put up the Ripple logo instead of the XP logo, which is not that professional if you were to ask me, but whatever. Wherever a dude's got to do what a dude's got to do, right? All right, let's quickly see what else we got here. Yeah, digital asset investors also been sharing just the confusion, which all revolves around the specific part of the deliberative process privilege, basically, which we're going to be talking about soon. The SEC is saying that the information regarding the William Hillman speech is all privileged. Ripple says no. Yet, it's been brought to our attention that there's so many things vague about that speech, and a lot of these SEC members have talked about the speech from William Hillman and kind of said that that speech gave guidance. Jay Clayton did, and a lot of other senators, or I should say SEC members have said it. Yet William Hillman himself denies it, and the SEC is now officially denying it too, and the lawyers are too. So that is to be brought to light and all that type of stuff. But I think that will happen on the 31st as well. Ripple, the SEC, and the judge will have a discussion about that. It's about to be really freaking interesting. And let's see. John Dean also said here, basically, there's right now an investigation into the SEC, which is also something that I'm really closely following. Let's just kind of put it like that for right now. And the rest I'll talk about a little bit later. There's so much stuff to talk about today, guys. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. But if you were to ask me, August 31st is most likely going to depend on Bitcoin. Unless we get some crazy bullish news on XRP. If we get some negative news, most likely not going to affect the price. If we get some mediocre news, most likely not going to do anything. It's just some extraordinary, unexpected result that could pump the price that day. But we'll talk about it on the day specifically. I'll make sure I'm there early to see what the market is doing already and put up a couple of expectations. Last couple of times we've been extremely, extremely accurate. So let's hope that this time around we are once more. By the way, guys, make sure you check Bybit out. A link is down below. It is the exchange that I'm using right now. It's working like a charm. And I can't say I haven't been enjoying it. All right, I can't say I haven't been enjoying it. So what I would tell you guys once more is to go check it out. A link is down below. There's right now $3,650 worth of bonuses that you can get. It's worth it.